This is Randy Rosetta with HubCityPreps.com with the video edition of the Patriot Podcast, sponsored by Grease Monkey. I'm with a couple of the Patriots. Will, you've been around from day one, right? You're
Yes,
one
sir.
of the umpteen seniors. Koleman, you kind of burst onto the scene as a freshman. I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
tell a story on you. First time I met Koleman, he was talking about basketball, actually. And Koleman had swagger from day one and told me exactly what he was going to, and he has fulfilled that prophecy in both basketball and right now in football. And that's kind of ties into what you guys are doing right now. You guys built towards this, Will. You've been building towards this season since you started out as freshmen and sophomores 2 years ago. How good does it feel to be where you guys are right now, coming off of the 63-27 win?
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of work. Like we came over sophomore year and we were just sophomores and freshmen playing JV football, and so that was a long time ago. And we've had to really work hard to get to where we are now. Last year we had some struggles. We were still a little younger and we weren't as bigger now, but we put a ton of work in the weight room, and all of us have gone way bigger, as you can tell. And we're just really physical when we go out there on the field. So now we can compete with really good teams like Seminole, and it just feels really good to be able to go out there and beat them how we did. And yeah, I'm hoping that we can just do that to every team this year, you know.
So Koleman, you came along last year, had the success in football a little maybe more individually than basketball had a lot of team success, and well, you had it with baseball as well. What's it been like to kind of evolve now into the sophomore and kind of be a guy who's a big part of what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just good to see like our whole team getting better. I'd say on the offensive side of the ball, it's just we have so many threads that like are between Colton, Will, Pierce, Levi, Talon. All of our running backs are crazy good. It's just good to see everybody kind of evolve. Like, I don't think we just have one good player. Like, I think we have everybody we can trust the ball with on the whole offensive side of the ball.
I asked Coach Sexton if we're going to start calling this Air Newton.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to.
I mean, the way Colton's flinging around, I think you guys will probably still run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, our offensive line is,
Yes.
they're pretty solid as well.
And
So
that gives you some options when you've got guys that can do that. I asked Coach this. You guys are, I'll put you on the spot here a little bit because you're a little bit further in school than Koleman is. If you're giving you guys a grade right now, 4 weeks in, it's kind of ironic because we're in the grading period. Where would you say you guys are grade-wise?
I mean, I would say we're up there for sure. Like, I would say we're in the high A's. Like, we're playing good, playing as a team right now. It's just we have to like keep doing that. We can't just because we beat Seminole, we can't like think we've reached the top. You know, we got to like keep climbing that mountain because Seminole wasn't our end goal, and we have to keep working up to the district opponents and then playoffs and winning those games whenever it gets later in the season. So we're definitely high right now, but we have to keep it that way and just keep working at it. It's a long grind for sure.
What about you, Koleman? What's your assessment?
I mean, yeah, what Will said, I'd say we're pretty high up there. I mean, I would probably say about 95 because I think we still have way more room to grow. I mean, like watching film, it's just we can just tweak some little things in there, and I think it can make us a way better team.
Yeah, you guys are making the coaches work, I imagine, when they're breaking down video to come and talk to you guys. And Coach even said that. He said, yeah, it's not perfect. I don't know that anybody ever plays a perfect game.
Yeah.
But he also said you guys for 4 weeks he likes the effort and the focus. And when you hear coaches talking about those things, that's a high grade, let's put it that way. You sort of touched on this, Will. The next test is you have to go on the road, go on a 4-hour road trip out to the middle of nowhere to play Fort Stockton on Friday, and you have to kind of come down to earth this week. As one of the older guys, you guys have a ton of seniors. As one of the older guys, how do you kind of help you guys navigate that, making sure that there's not too much looking backwards?
Yeah, so the older guys, we've done this a lot before. Like last year we had to go to Borger and wherever else we went, and those trips are hard because like you leave like early in the morning and then like your game isn't until 7 at night, so you have to really like focus in, and it's like a lot of other things that are going on, and we've had 4 home games in a row, so we're not used to doing this. I just really think that like the older guys, like we just have to help keep everyone focused and locked in on the game because we're only going out there to go win a game and nothing else. So we just have to really focus in on that and make sure that we have no other like worries besides that right there. And we have to go 1-0 this week. That's what our coaches were telling us yesterday. Like we have to go 1-0 this week and not worry about any other weeks. So that's really what we're focusing on as we go.
And Coleman, you don't want to slip off that 95. You want to stay 95 or above. How do you
Yes, sir.
make sure this week that you guys either, whether it's even just a small step, just keep getting better?
Yeah, I mean, I think like Will said, just that road trip, that's going to be a big deal for us. But, I mean, all of our leaders in the locker room, like Colton, Will, Levi, Barrett, all of them, they're just really harping on us to stay tight and, like, stay as a team. Because it's really easy to just get individual, like, focus on your individual success. But once we start, like, coming together as a team, that's whenever we're going to be at our full potential.
You saying that made me think something. You're in a unique position. You're still a young guy, but you're one of the better players on this team. Is that easy, or is that, I don't want to say not easy is not the right word, is that low pressure for you to know you've got older guys who can handle that part of the
Yeah,
team?
I mean, I would definitely say it takes a lot of pressure off me, knowing that I have people to rely on, like all of our leaders, and it's just good to step into a role. Like I learn a lot of things from them, like how they act whenever something goes wrong, or ways that like they take coaching. It's really easy for me to just get better as a person, but more of as a teammate, just like towards my other teammates, just like starting to focus on things, little things like that.
And to be fair, you've got a big brother. Mom and dad are both principals?
My mom's a teacher.
Okay,
My dad's a principal.
dad's a principal, so
Yes, sir.
you kind of learned how to walk the line, whether you didn't have much choice in that deal. So,
Yes, sir.
Will, having young guys like this, you guys have built what you've established foundation. When you look and you see guys like Koleman and you see guys like Cy, the next guys coming, what's your task as far as passing that torch to them the rest of this season to make sure that what you started is going to be continued?
Yeah, it's really cool to see these younger guys coming up and like stepping up and being leaders on our team, like Coleman, Cy, and Pierce, and those guys. I think it's really cool because like I know we're gonna be gone after this year, and like they're gonna be the leaders. So what I try to do, and like the other senior guys, is like just set that good example for those guys and make sure they know like what it means to be a leader, because they're gonna have that role next year and the next 2 years. And so, yeah, it's just really important that we set the good example for them, and then they can follow up on that and keep this program great for as long as possible, you know.